Greetings from LoanTap. So today we are here with Bidul Agwaan, VP Corporate Development at LoanTap. And we are here to discuss about personal loan and the revolution behind it. So Bidul, you have been in this industry for 10 years now, and you have seen how the financial market has changed from being a very nascent market to a market where people are interacting with fintechs on a daily basis through apps and digital loan providers. So just wanted to know what is your basic view about how the trend has changed and how you see the market right now.
Sure. So, hi, and thank you for having me here. I think if you would know, right, one of the important innovation that has happened in the product in the last few decades is the concept of sachet, right? The bigger brands, when they realize that if they want to make their product reach to a larger audience, to a mass audience, they have to give them in a small unit, because not all individual will be able to purchase it in a larger quantity, and therefore the sachets concept came into the market, right? So that in a way increase the access of those products, expand the reach of those products, and made it more accessible for a larger audience, right? So that is what is happening right now in the payment industry. When we are talking about, say for example, loans. So today I want to consume something. Say for example, I want to go on a trip, right? I want to go on that trip today. Now, today I might not be able to spend on a trip completely because I have other expenses to take care of. Therefore, I'll take it in the form of loan, and then I'll pay for that loan over a period of time. So in a way, these are the EMIs that we talk about. Those are like the sachet payments that you are doing, but you are consuming or you are experiencing what you want today. So that is one of the important innovation that has happened in the financial service industry. And now what is important, once you make it available to a larger audience and in small amounts or small quantities, then you also have to ensure that the distribution or the delivery is also done at a cost efficient level. So when we talk about delivery, now if you go with a traditional model of, you cannot everywhere where I am making a transaction, or when I am doing a say suppose I'm buying a product, everywhere it's not possible that bank or a traditional lender would set up a branch and will give the loans to the people, right? So therefore it is very important that the technology that we have right now, the ecosystem that we have right now, that enables us to deliver those loans to those consumers when they need, and that way at a very cost efficient manner. So that is where the technology role has come into the picture. And today, in all the financial service or the product delivery, the role that the tech plays in delivering the turnover time or the price, that becomes very crucial, and that is happening with the tech. So that is how we see fintech, right? It is able to deliver those product services to the customers.
Yeah, I think very well, and also it was a great example, how we connected the chassis to the EMI and the low-cost EMI scheme that's coming, and also, that's why we call it fintechs, how fintech has merged with technology to give consumers the kind of product that they want. But also, with the change around, there also a stigma that has come around personal loans, right? Because many people are using personal loan, and it depends on the kind of way that you are using it. So, what is your basic views around, in general, how personal loan should be used, or how it is commonly perceived among the public right now?
So I feel the stigma that you mentioned, it might be there in the minds of certain people who would see loan as something bad, or kind of taking a udhar from someone. And so I'm taking a udhar, that means that I don't have the money. But now that thought has evolved a lot. It will be a very small percentage which has still not understood that concept. And I think it comes more from the Bollywood movies that we have watched, right, where we see loans in a very bad manner, and those loans were unorganized loan taken from sahakars. Today we are talking about a well-organized credit market, and that too regulated and monitored by RBI, which is always ensuring that the consumers are protected in every way. So, in fact, just to give you an example, yesterday I was talking to my younger brother. He said he wants to buy a phone. So I said, good, you let me know which phone you want to buy. So he said, of course, he has very minimal salary right now. So I thought he's thinking that I'll pay for that. And then, so I said, no problem. He said, I want to apply for a credit card. So I said, why do you want to apply for a credit card? Make payment through my card, and then monthly you repay the amount to me. So he said, no, but if I pay through your credit card, then my CIBIL score will not be created, na? So he at the very young age is thinking about creating his CIBIL score, right? So I think that is a good thing that has happened. People are very careful about their CIBIL score, their financial discipline. And of course, as organizations, it is also our responsibility to create more and more awareness around the discipline that people need to have. But yes, I believe it is all positive. It is enabling you to consume more and good products at present instead of waiting it for a longer period of time. And you can definitely manage it with your monthly cash flow. So I think it is very positive in today's time. Just that we need to create more awareness. If ever anybody has that stigma, with awareness we can clear those stigmas.
Yeah, I think it's very well said that awareness is the most important thing that we needed right now in the personal finance market, and also people being aware to create their own CIBIL score and being financially literate to pay attention on not just other aspects of the life but also focusing on the future of their finances that's going to be, because eventually they're gonna everyone needs a strong financial backbone eventually in the later years of their life. So as you mentioned an example of your brother, I mean, do you have any more examples, I mean, pertaining to personal loans regarding someone you know, or your own personal example, how like if you would say personal loans can be termed as good loans for them, or how you utilize the personal loan to achieve something that they had always wanted, so that people can be inspired by the story of.
Sure. So I'll tell you a very important story, very close to my heart. So I think so. I myself. So basically, people think that if you have a higher salary, you don't need to take loans, but that is not true. So what happened? So I'm very close to my Jizu. He's kind of one of the important support pillar in my life. Had been that pillar for me. But what happened during COVID? So he was into coaching business, right? So during COVID, even the coaching business had to shut down. Students stopped coming to classes. Therefore, there was no payment. And since he had already taken certain loans and he had made certain, big investments, so he was in requirement of around 10 lakh rupees. Now, in that time, although with a good salary, I cannot immediately have a liquidity of 10 lakh rupees, right? So I was like, I want to really help him, and so suddenly I realized, okay, I have a very good CIBIL score. So I checked and I got to know that I can get a loan of 10 lakh rupees. So I did that. I took that loan and I gave that money to him, and that was a very proud moment for me, because somebody who had been a pillar, who had been a support to me, today I am able to support him in a way. It's like that Guru Dakshina, right? Somebody had been there for you always, and today you are able to give back in return.
And loans were able to help you.
Exactly. So it was not about the income that I have. It was about giving that amount at that point in time. So in a way, my CIBIL score or my credit worthiness enabled me to do that, and therefore I think every event that you connected with, right? When I was able to give the money to him. Although he was able to pay off all the financial liabilities that he had. So during the entire COVID period, although his business was not functioning, at least he was mentally relaxed. Otherwise, he would have been trouble, right? Until those cash flows would have normalized, he would have been trouble. So it was very important for both of us. So I think, therefore, for me, loans are good. And I actually have told people also, I think that is one of the important reasons for me to join LoanTap. Because that event told me that how through loans you can create impact in the lives of people. And therefore I decided I want to join LoanTap. And if I can create more and more impact in lives of millions of people, and that is something that I also said to the founders when I was joining LoanTap. So yeah, definitely for me loans are good. It's just about the awareness that we need to create, the discipline that people need to have. Otherwise, it just lets you enjoy the present. And those are, so I think we always used to hear, right, from our elders that उतने ही पैर फैलाओ जितनी चादर है, चादर से बाहर नहीं फैल. Now that is not the case. ठीक है, अभी पैर थोड़े फैला लेते हैं, चादर धीरे धीरे, मतलब you can do that. It's not like you have to wait for everything. मतलब मैं 6 महीने तक 1 साल तक मैं पैसे जमा करूँगा and then I'll make that purchase. Today we have that comfort that based on my income I can make that purchase today and I can pay for it in installments over a period of time. So I think we have that comfort, and it's an amazing thing.
Yeah, I think that's true also, because currently the whole lifestyle is
But
really
ये-
changing and people
ये tower
no longer
पर
want to wait. They want everything on the fingertips, and loan is something that can help them achieve that. They don't have to wait for
Flavor
that
भी है
10
लोगों को
years. And also it was a great example. I mean, it was not only that you helped yourself with loan, but you developed a new passion or a new, what do you say, a belief system towards personal loans, and also
Yes.
you indirectly helped someone else. So eventually they also started believing the personal loan can help them probably in the future if
Right.
you want to
आजू
study
नाव
or
कळलं
any other thing.
Correct.
So I think it was great talking to you, Bidul. I mean,
Same.
thank you so much for being here with us. So guys, that's it for this episode, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.